Alright, so today, swift little vlog for you. It's time to, like I've said this in the last vlog style video, time to get the backside in gear, get myself back into action, to try and get back to some normality whenever it comes to having a nasty back injury. So one of the things that you really need to do, and I was actually reminded of this through a message from my manager at work, is to get out for your own mental health, if nothing else. So that's what I'm doing this morning. I had a little job to do. I had to go to my brother's house. So when I was out that distance, I thought, let's just go for a walk. And there's a nice little walk kind of close to home here that's through like farm territory, and it's just nice out of the road. So that's the start of it today, is to try and get more walking. And I'm going to try and do this. I've got an hour a week before I have to be back to work, so I'm going to try to do this little walk once a day if I can, first thing if possible in the morning. And you know, it's a terrain too that's not even quite a slope right there. The camera doesn't really do it justice, but uneven sort of ground as well. So it's all good, you know. Whenever you're working with a back injury, you want to have whenever you're starting to walk again, keeping your balance and whatnot, you're always trying to look for smooth surfaces so you don't accidentally hurt yourself once again. So this is part of the plan here, is to walk this sort of thing here that forces me to work on my balance as well. You know, that sounds drastic, but if you've ever dealt with a back injury, it'll make perfect sense to you. So this walk would be probably a mile and a half from my housey ground that's here back into the town, back up home again. Mile and a half. Last time I tried this I had to stop twice, and only really stopped that one time there to open up this part of the vlog. So far feeling good, but once we get back home we're going to be trying to work a little bit more on the upper body. I can do that with the setup that I have. So the one thing that's really annoying me right now about the whole thing is the amount of training that I had done, got myself into reasonably good shape. I'm starting to lose a lot of the definition, especially in the upper body. So I'm going to make a conscious effort this week to try and correct that as well. Alright, so I don't know how this is going to come out in the camera here. There's so much stuff in this office right now. I just can't get a good spot for this camera or a height. But what I'm doing here, even though I can't really work with the back quite as well as I would like to, I'm trying my best to work on the bits of the body that I can work on. So something that I have been working on over the years, which I was never happy with at the very beginning whenever I originally went to the personal trainer, was my arms. I wouldn't say I would be overly insecure about the arms, but I've always been very strong on the legs. Legs, just because of the work I was doing. A lot of leg work in there, a lot of energy and strength been put through them, a lot of exercise in the lower body. So again, like I probably said, was it this video or a prior video? Can't recall, but the usual thing: rugby player from the waist down, Jabba the Hutt from the waist up. So that's where we're trapped at once again. But the arms were never, always a fat man, lazy fat man. Let's just be honest about it. I was never overly physical in my life, and you know, I was chunky around the midsection, fat gut, fat all up around here, strong legs, like incredibly strong legs after all the years of work that I was doing. But it was the arms. I was never happy with the arms. So that's something that I've been concentrating on from day one when I was with the personal trainer, was to try and bulk out the arms slightly, because of the size of me and my build. and the arms just didn't have any definition whatsoever. So just in my mind, they just seemed very much out of proportion with the rest of the body. So what I've been trying to do is, you know, the back is annoying me, but I'm trying to work on the arms. So I've got this thing out again, and what I'll try to do here is do a bit of shoulder work with the resistance straps. I don't even know if you can see it there. Let's just bring it down a wee bit. Yeah, so I've got this bar with the resistance cords on it, and of course you have them looped around your feet. Stomach looks really bad here, but a little bit of shoulder work, upper arms with that, and I actually have this thing set to the full weight that it has, and the full resistance it has with the gear that came with it. So a couple of times a day I'll do about 20 of them, 20 or 30 of them, and then we'll get round to this here, and then I'll attempt to work the upper arms slightly. But you can see right there, like this whole section here, chest, stomach, is just bad looking right now, insanely bad looking. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right there. As I say now, I was putting a bit of strain on the back, but not enough to really annoy me that much at the minute. That's whenever it comes to the legs, that's whenever it really sets the spine off. Alright, it's time to see if this thing's going to start up. Welcome to the Passion Wagon. Alright, now that I am starting to slightly recover, I want to see if I can actually drive, because the injury that I have, when it flares up, takes out the left leg. And of course, in this car here, well, she's not automatic, so you need to use your clutch. See this leg here? Every time you change gears, you press that on, change your gear, whatever. This leg here is annihilated every time this injury kicks off. So the other thing, this is a pretty old car at this point, and it's at that age now where the more you drive it, the easier it is to get it started. So she's been sitting for about, what, 4.5, 5 days now. So let's just have a wee check, see if she's going to turn over first time. Ooh, I think I might have a dead battery. Oh, beautiful. Second time. In all honesty, the car is doing better, hanging together better than I am. Alright, so now that the car is running, I'm going to take her out for a drive, because I need to go and get some supplies for the week, and get some food in. There's been no breakfast tomorrow morning, but I'm not going to lie, I've only driven, you see, this is a killer for me right now. There's times when I fully believe that I could get back to work and start earning properly again, but it's things like this here that just bring it home that this injury is something that's going to hang about for a long time, and even whenever you do kind of fully recover, you're still going to be dealing with it. It's one of these things that's always going to be there. But I've driven at this point probably 2 miles from home, and I've only had to go through the 5 gears twice, leaving the house, driving down to the bottom where I live at. You kind of have to slow down for the whole roundabout. So yeah, you're up through the gears, leaving the house, down through the gears, over the roundabout, up through the gears again. So quite a few clutch changes there, probably 12 clutch changes, which again is that leg right there. Every time you change the gear, that bad boy goes on. So when I do that, the you start to actually realise you can be good all day. As soon as you hit that there clutch, you start to realise that, yes, I am still kind of knackered right about now. So it's going to be a long journey, but it's frustrating, along with a few other things right now are really, really annoying my happiness. So let's get to the shop, get the food in, so I can enjoy breakfast tomorrow. Good old Tesco. It always feels a bit weird getting into that shop. Whenever I left school and first went out into the working world, I went in there as part of my training for retail. So that was an experience and a half. A story for another time. Alright, I'm going to make a cup of coffee here, chill out the rest of the evening, take it easy, and we'll try again tomorrow. But I'm not going to lie, the level of frustration that I'm feeling at the moment is off the scale. It's little things like that, driving the car, that brings the whole thing crashing down once again. That this injury is something, at the moment, I'm not sure what the difference is. And I've got an x-ray scheduled this incoming week, and I don't know if that's going to show anything up or not, but I'm at that place now where, and this is really a subject for another video at another time, but it's something that you need to, what way would you put it into words? You need to find that balance, and it's frustrating that I just can't get it at the moment. The balance between looking after the back injury and exercising to help yourself work with the back injury. That's where I'm trapped at now. I have been for a few years. Quite a few years actually, but it's frustrating this time because I can put weight on so easy, and even though I'm doing a bit of exercise on the parts of my body that I can do it on, like of the arms, chest, not a problem, I can kind of work with that. Legs to a certain point, but my legs are like miles ahead of the rest of my body. They are incredibly strong. But it's that midsection right now is the killer. And the real frustrating part is this, the stomach. Like you're seeing, and like people say you don't see the weight in yourself. You really don't at times. Like if someone that puts weight on won't recognise that they're putting weight on at the start. That's kind of weird. On the other side of that coin, someone like myself that has been incredibly fat in the past, even whenever I do lose all the weight, I still kind of feel like that fat guy in there. But right now, at the moment, and it's the fact that I'm making so many videos doing it that I'm actually been forced to actually see myself, and particularly in the shorts. Like a video like this isn't so bad, you can kind of hide it because you can keep yourself framed, I guess, here, that all you're seeing is the head and the shoulders, not the stomach. You can get away with being slightly tubby on a video like this, but the shorts content, been forced to see myself on video while I'm editing them, just editing that text onto the screen. Only takes a couple of minutes, but usually I have myself on the screen so that the title would go across here slightly, and then the text would be slightly lower down, so it's sitting on top of the belly here, which is what I like to call the coffee cup rest whenever you put weight on. Because that's the moments like that, whenever you start to see the weight going on in yourself and you shock yourself. So the videos have shocked me, and that just brought me back to the stage where I'm sitting in the house one weekend years ago thinking I was doing great, and then I looked down and let me just grab a cup till I show you what I was doing. I was sat on the couch, kind of laying back like this here, and I just happened to think to myself, look down towards the cup, and I have it perfectly balanced on the belly, where at that stage, I can't really do it now, but there is quite a gut there. But at that stage, I looked at it and wasn't full of coffee, but a quarter full, and I could let go of the cup and it would sit perfectly on top of the belly. That's how you know you're getting out of shape. But right now, I'm just frustrated seeing myself with the weight going on, particularly in the belly again. I had worked so hard and so long to start to get that shape that I was doing great for a long time, and it was just wasn't all gone. It was under control, but at the same time, I was at a level there where you could start to see the beginnings of a six-pack starting to form, and you think to yourself, okay, if I keep pushing a little bit further, I'm going to finally get it. But yeah, I'm about a year behind now, and at my age, that's not a good thing. Right, that's going to do it for this video. Just wanted to get on here, share my thoughts on how frustrated I am, and yeah, I suppose it is what it is at the end of the day, and we'll just have to work with it a day at a time, as usual. It's all any of us can do. So until the next video, stay safe, and I will talk to you all then.